and welcome to Apnao Conversations. Today we'll be talking with Dr. Farzana Khan, who is the Head of Programs for Operation PeaceMaker, My Choices Foundation. Dr. Farzana has 13 years of experience working with various women and human rights organizations. Welcome, Dr. Farzana ji, to Apnao Conversations.
Thank you so much, Paul. It's an honor to be here with you.
So, ma'am, would you please help us understand the root cause behind this gender bias and its impact on a girl's life?
So before going to root cause, I would like to just simply give you an understanding. When we say gender, what is gender? Many a times, common understanding is male and female. Male and female is sex, not gender, actually. So we see in the form column like sex. So we write male or female. So what is then gender if it is not male and female? Society expect certain things from male, certain things from female, and they assign roles and responsibilities and expect them to behave in that manner. And so this social construct of male or female is called gender. And very interestingly, sex is natural, right? It's a biological. We're born with it, but gender is something which is socially constructed, and it can be changed from time to time, place to place. It varies. So in some societies, the typical role that is associated with some women may not true in other cultures or in other geographies. And it changes, like earlier women do many other things which they were assigned typically, but nowadays we see a lot of changes. So these basically is called gender, and we measure any country's progress, how they are doing on gender parameters. We all are born equal, so nature has not discriminated in any way in your capabilities or anything. But when we born in society where already there are certain preconcepts or pre-notions or expectations, and we try to impose on somebody, then the problem starts. And the way our society is evolving around men and women's role and characteristics and all these things actually comes from a very structured system, and that system is called patriarchy. So in patriarchy, it is believed that male are superior and female and children should be under their control. So this system of patriarchy prescribes certain, codes and conducts and expectations, and that's why we see when somebody believes or any system believes that someone is superior and someone is inferior, and the power should be with male, right? And that power, so after my father, my brother will inherit his place or everything.
Yep.
And females should be under them. This is actually a root cause. So when we talk about gender, it gives the reality in the society about men and women. But when we talk about patriarchy as a system, that actually give very clear understanding why this discrimination is still happening, why even in 21st century our girls and women are suffering with so much discrimination.
Yes, ma'am, I truly agree with that, because when we talk with different people, in families, they say, now Varasudu, what we say in Telugu, my bloodline, my lineage, somehow is attributed only to boys. But I was wondering, does this kind of the gender bias impact on a boy's life too? Is it the same, or how is it different between a girl and a boy?
As I said, there are expectations, there are roles and responsibilities assigned to men, assigned to women, and they are expected to behave or carry those roles and responsibilities in the same manner. So what does it mean? It means we already boxing people. So like you are one group, you are another group, and these things are assigned to you, these things are assigned to you without any logical or without any scientific way. Okay, so in capabilities, in any way, women are not different from men. They both are equal in terms of capabilities, in terms of their every functioning. Like it's just as I said, natural. So what is natural? Natural is there are certain reproductive organs. Our sexual organs are different, and those differences are only because nature want to increase. We have to multiply, we have to increase
Yes.
our population and generation. So men and women carry their sexual organs are different. Otherwise they also have two hands, we also have two hands, same brain. No scientific research till now proved that women are inferior in any way or men are superior in any way. They have two eyes, we have also two eyes. So I mean everything is same. If you see, like is because of certain hormonal things, they look different, but in terms of capabilities they are same. Nature has not discriminated in any way. So if we expect a boy and we put a rigid code and conduct, and we expect a boy always providing sustenance to family, he should be strong, he should be man, he should be breadwinner, he must not show his emotions, he must behave like this only, control, own. And so many a times, very interestingly, Paul, when we do workshop, we ask people, when you hear the word men, what comes in your mind? And since 13 years I am doing this exercise, and believe me, no matter what group, what age group, what class, and literacy, everyone's answer is same. The moment we call men, what comes in your mind? They say, masculine, strong, powerful, controlling, breadwinner, as you said, waris of the family, family ko chalane wala. And then we ask, what comes in your mind when you hear the word women? So they say, caring, nurturing, submissive, soft, talkative, spending money on shoppings. So then I say, can we interchange? Can a man also, women also be egoist or controlling? So they say yes. Can man be a caregiver or soft or emotional? Yes, they can. So then what is nature here? What is natural here? If they both can change their characteristics. So these are basically characteristics. So then what is
Correct.
the difference between man and women? And then you zero down is only the reproductive organs. So women
Correct.
can give birth to babies, they can feed them, and male have their sexual organs. So this is how we rigid that the social norms and characteristics and role we fix as man and women. And when this fixation happens at the very beginning, when the child is born, then we do not give them the scope to explore any other thing, right? And when a boy is not allowed to express his emotions, the suicide rate is very high in men compared to women, because
Oh,
if they do not express their feelings and emotions and cry, because these are natural emotions, right?
correct.
Nature has given you feel pain, you cry. When you are something is not going wrong, good, then you are sad. And if I'm not allowed, then it's like a pressure cooker. Okay, so if the
Yes.
pressure is not released, the cooker will burst, right? And similarly women, so it is different from women, definitely. They both are boxed, they both are impacted, but for women it is more like submissive, it is more like to be silent, not to argue, not allowed to utilize their full potentials. So if there is a small plant, and if we do not give a proper sunshine and light and nurturing them, then can we expect them to grow in full potential? Can they bear fruit? So no, because they since childhood they are conditioned to behave in a certain way, to do things in a certain way. So this is how it impacts both men and boys and women and girls. They are rigid, they are boxed, and if they try to break those norms, then the discrimination and violence happens.
Yes, ma'am. For me, growing up, my brother is older to me, and I'm the second child. But both of us had like our study tables. Both of us had a timetable to maintain. Both of us had though we had help at home, we had our domestic chores we had to do together. And there are times when he was protective. There were times when he would we would just share our emotions. We would fist fight. We would laugh. We would play. We would cry. We had all these various expressions at home, and I never felt like he was any different from me, because we grew up as friends, and he's always encouraged me. And honestly, that kind of healthy relationship in my family helped me to achieve things at a very young age, and gave me that boldness and confidence, which I find very difficult, especially in my field, in media field. And people ask me, how are you surviving in a man's world? For me, it's hard to even understand, because of course I did have my issues and problems as a young girl and as a woman in the industry. But because of my foundation, because of the healthy environment I grew up with, it just brought in a lot of confidence into who I am, what I can do, and what I'm capable of. Because even in the industry, I found people saying, ma'am, ye nahi kar sakte. They kind of didn't expect a woman to make decisions, a woman to understand technical terms or understand things that they think is very masculine. But we don't realize these small things can stay in the back of our mind and can cripple us for life. And it's something we have to really work hard to get over those fears, those inhibitions that we develop. And it takes a lot of hard work to come out of it, to break free, and to really fulfill everything that we are called to do.
This attitudinal change comes when we start noticing our behavior, daily to daily, behavior, attitudes, and it starts with a very basic, small things, where we replace the power and control with equality. So everything what we do from morning to evening, everything from getting up to your bed till your sleep, see that in every action, words, gestures, are you doing gender equality? Are you putting down? So it will include everything, from the work, from the kitchen, like morning, who is giving you the tea, who is cleaning the bed, who is doing the ironing, who is preparing the lunch box, and then the attitudes, notions like jokes that we are circulating, the gestures we are showing, how we are sitting in cabs and autos and buses. It has nothing to do with my sex or her sex, right? As a human we have goodness, as human we have some challenges also. So nobody is saying that women are born angels and boys are born evil. So they both have this goodness, and they need to be cautious, and women can be bad, men can be bad, but it has nothing to do with my sex. So this process of genderization we must stop, and then the discrimination automatically drops down.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am, for such valuable input. I totally agree with you that change in perspective, change in perception of how we see life, how we do life is very important. And this happens every day, every moment, in every circumstances, at home, on the road, in our offices, in our schools. And like you said, ma'am, I totally believe that we have to influence all the stakeholders in the society. Everybody needs to have a right perspective about who a person is, their abilities, their capabilities, and create that environment for us to to live and do everything that we are skilled or we are called to do. And we really commend what you and your organization are doing in aspects of prevention and intervention. Thank you so much, ma'am. And yes, viewers, if you want to connect with Dr. Farzana and their organization, and you need more input about the things that we've talked today, connect with them and be the change you want to see. Thank you for watching today. Please continue to share our videos and keep the conversation going. Until next time, this is Pearl Ganta from Apnao Conversations. Nayi Soch, Naya Jeevan. Apnao.